awesome until the age stuff starts to slip in. Like, oh yeah, that just means I'm getting fucking old.
Did she? I remember like my first day of school. I like always got clingy and a little weepy because I was don't want to leave my mommy and all that. Did she get? Was she a brave girl?
I haven't heard. I just saw pictures.
Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's Monday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is the Lord of Pennies, Satsu 2 cents.
What up, though?
And the Lord of Pain, Ranting Monkey.
Hello, hello.
And I'm your host, Scribe, the Lord of Punishment. In the background, you will see, for the next 15 minutes and 29 seconds, a slideshow of all of my thumbnails that I could dig up in chronological order that I've done for the show. Oops. There we go. I better turn off the volume on this because I'm going to deafen myself. There we go. I added a soundtrack. You can't hear it, but yeah, they're going to go by relatively quickly because 15 minutes is a long time. But before we get to all that, holy cats, tall person, thank you so much. That's ridiculously generous of you. So long, and thanks for all the entertainment. Happy Ride the Wind Day.
Ride the wind, baby.
Is that a fart joke?
Could be.
Could be. Thank you, Shio Gorath. I'm just here to interrupt Scribe once more. Well, thank you, Shio. Appreciate it. And thank you, John Migda. Gonna miss you guys, only because your aim is off. Thank you. This is Kyle. Hello, chat people, Lawton and Monkey. Hello, Kyle.
Hello, Kyle. Damn it, Kyle.
Ace Phoenix, thank you so much. Once more into the breach, dear friends. Let us not go quietly into that good night, not with a whimper, but with a bang.
A bang.
We're banging?
Yeah, well, if I had a sexy redhead here, I might have that opportunity, but unfortunately not. So, Satsu, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. I got my first week of my new class assignment done, making those fucking empanadas, and that shit was it was rough. I don't like dealing with dough, at least not very thin, easy to tear, hard to work with dough. But I figured it out. I got it done. I'm going to turn it in, and that'll be the end of that. So, not so bad. So far, so good.
Cool. Real quick, thank you, Tack Alpaca, for the smiling, happy, dog cat fox.
Wowee, wow.
Thank you, Alpaca. Yeah, get my words mixed up here. So, Monkey, how are you doing?
Not too bad. I actually got some sleep last night, which makes me always happier. So not bad at all. How you doing, man?
It's one of those kind of weird days. I was like that. My work day was relatively quiet. Everything was fine, but I kept thinking tonight's the last night, at least for hosting, and next to last for the whole deal. And I don't know, getting a little reflective. I was thinking about what you said about how it didn't really hit you till after you left the show for a little while.
The next day, it hit me right then, and it lasted for probably a month.
Yeah. Not quite sure. Yeah, I'm still contemplating what the next steps will be, but I guess that's part of the deal. P-Dog Knight's on there. Brothers. Hey, P-Dog. How's it going? Let's see. What else is going on? And he's also surprised that Monkey's here. Oh, shit. Monk.
What up?
Let's see. Tailed Feature was scheduled to join us, but I would not blame him if he fell asleep. So we may see him in the future. Otherwise, I thought we'd just kind of hang out for a little bit. I got a couple of news stories, things that I thought might spur some conversation, but yeah, I think we'll save all like the real reminiscence and stuff for tomorrow night for the last show. And I'll probably say this several more times as things go forward. First and foremost, I'm very, very glad to have had this experience and opportunity over this last 4.5 years. It boggles my mind that much time has gone by. I want to, and again, I'll probably repeat this all tomorrow. I want to specifically thank Alex, for being the catalyst for so many of us running into each other and making a connection those years ago. Real quick, thank you, Jaeger Pony. I'd have made it 5 7s, but I don't think I can afford it. Thanks for all the fun and frustrating times. Thank you, Jaeger. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you so much. I hit the jackpot on some slot machine somewhere. Thank you. And thanks to Monkey for being so bored and curious about streaming that we started this whole thing as a lark to begin with.
Right.
My boredom.
Yeah, the test stream and 75 people instantly show up and are like, what are you guys doing here? Nothing's happening. And then it was like, hey, I'm bored. You want to stream? I'm like, okay. And then night after night after night. Whoops. Thank you, Pissed Off Shih Tzu. I am kind of pissed off at you all. Now what am I going to do at 9 o'clock? Well, at least on Thursdays, you'll have TED Excellence because I'm moving TED Excellence to this time slot starting this Thursday. So maybe that.
That doesn't really mean a lot coming from him because he's always pissed off.
Well, that's true, too. That's in his name.
It's in his name.
Thank you, Jim Beam. Happy trails to you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Thank you, Chicago Mike. Thanks, guys, for 4 great years. Thank you, Mike, for joining us for, I think, almost all of those 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. And thank you, Mr. Yes. Goodbye, Lawton. Thanks for the memories. Thank you, Mr. Yes. Memories, if only. And Tack Alpaca, thank you again. I don't recall you saying this in a while, so maybe one last time on Lawton on your channel. Goldthropple.
It has been a while.
Goldthropple. And before I was so pleasantly interrupted. And thanks, Satsu, for abandoning us before we even started anything with this time of the month or that time of the month.
What happened?
Nothing. He's going to be part of the team and then just kind of ghosted us for a while.
Look, man, life happened.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's fine. It's cool.
He was like, fuck those guys.
What?
And we'll be seeing SDA tomorrow night. But as with everything else, I want to thank everybody in the audience, new, veteran, otherwise, for like we've made the comment many times before. You guys are at least half the show, collectively the third or fourth Lord of the Night, depending on the era. And none of this would have been nearly as much fun or interesting without you guys there to interact with and have contribute to the show and all that good stuff. Before I lose all my words here. Mr. Yes, thank you again. Satsu, how is Squeetus, and did she do anything new?
Squeetus is fine, and she's always doing things new. She's about to be 2 tomorrow. So every day she surprises me with something else.
And remember, guys, tomorrow night on Satsu's channel will be, as well as the last episode of Lords of the Night, will also be Squeetus' birthday, 2nd birthday. So be there for that as well. Keeverdam, thank you so much. Sorry for not joining sooner, but thanks for the show and the memories. Enjoy your pepper jack and goldfish scribe. Thank you, Keeverdam. Oh my God, that's so generous of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It'll go into the bad things I'll do to my body fund. Mostly, Jack Daniels and goldfish. Well, let's see. One thing I thought I would do. I don't know. Should I do this now or do that later? I think I'll wait until after we do a couple of news stories. And I'm not going to bring the news stories up on the screen as per usual because I got the slideshow going. And the more I look at it, I should have made these slides last a little longer. They're kind of flipping by awfully quick, but there were a lot of them. There's 288 different ones I had to go through. Thank you, Travis Gardner. Great is the art of beginning, but greater is the art of ending. It's true. Thank you so much. All right, so let's do a little bit of politics news. You like politics news?
Usually. What you got?
Well, I got one here that I picked out specifically because Monkey showed up. Deals with your favorite friend at CNN, Jim Acosta.
Oh, it's that asshole too.
CNN's Acosta repeatedly deflects Biden criticism in testy interview with GOP Congressman Darrell Issa. This is Fox News reporting, so who knows? CNN anchor Jim Acosta's rank partisanship was evident yet again Sunday as he battled a GOP guest over the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan and bemoaned, quote, disgusting, unquote, years-old remarks by a conservative radio host running for governor in California. welcoming Representative Daryl Issa. Is it Issa or Issa? I don't know.
Isa.
Issa, okay. On his newsroom weekend program, the left-wing anchor framed his questioning around the Trump administration no longer in power shortly after President Joe Biden took questions on efforts to evacuate Americans and Afghan allies amid a bungled troop exodus. Quote, what is your response to what President Biden said just a few minutes ago? And doesn't former President Trump shoulder some of the blame in all of this? He cut this deal with the Taliban. Of course, Biden embraced it, and you and other Republicans up on Capitol Hill were applauding this pullout of Afghanistan months ago. What do you say now? Acosta asked. Real quick. Thank you, Duck Dog. Rage against the dying of the light. Do not go gentle into that good night. Okay, I won't use any lube. Does that make it not gentle? Okay. And thank you, Mr. Yes again. Beetlejuice. I never did do a Beetlejuice thumbnail. I should have. Oh, that would have been a good one. I could have probably gotten away with that one. And thank you, Cherokee Girl. No comment, but I appreciate it. God, you guys are so generous tonight. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Back to what do you say now? Acosta asked. Quote, well, first of all, I would have left Bagram Air Base open. I never applauded the idea of closing a strategic base any more than I would say that we should abandon the 2 air bases that we have in South Korea, Issa said. Quote, the fact is China is a greater threat today than it has ever been, and just as we keep those 2 bases and 28,000 soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines in South Korea, 2,500 was not an unreasonable amount to keep, unquote. Okay. Issa objected to the notion that the pullout was effectively Trump's policy, but Acosta interrupted to say the Taliban was still just as thuggish when Trump held office and cut a peace agreement with the radical group. Quote, it's not like the Taliban suddenly became the Girl Scouts, Acosta said. Quote, wasn't President Biden essentially dealing with the same people that Donald Trump was dealing with when he was president? Unquote. Quote, you don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to say you're reversing every mistake of Trump and picking this as the one you blame on Trump because you say you didn't reverse it, Issa said. Acosta repeatedly cited the Trump administration's negotiations with the Taliban as he argued with Issa and also criticized its stances on legal immigration. This is going all over the place. But Issa said again that the Biden administration, and Acosta by extension, couldn't continue to complain about the prior one if it agreed with the overall policy of withdrawing troops. Okay, so this is the distinction we've talked about several times now in the last couple of days. The decision to leave is not the same thing as the method in which it was executed. So agreeing with the decision to leave does not mean you agree with the way it was done, or vice versa.
Yeah, and then they keep conflating those 2 things, and it will hardly ever make sense whenever they do it. It's just like we wanted a thing to be done, but the method matters. Like it matters how it gets done.
Real quick, thank you again, Mr. Yes. You said his name 3 times. Now wait for him. Well, at least I didn't say Candyman in a mirror. I'd be in real trouble then. Thank you, Travis Gardner. What we call the beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. I don't know what that quote is from, but I appreciate it. Ebony Williams says, Scribe 2D2 was adorable. Yes, and I stretched my head out to fit on R2D2. That was a goofy day. Thank you, Mr. Yes. I hope SDA shows up tomorrow. She checked with me today to make sure that we're on track for tomorrow, so she'll be there tomorrow. Non-Vitae Rex, thank you so much. I'm going to miss this show. However, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Oh, well, there you go. Yep, got nothing to feel sad about in that regard. Let's see. Quote, this has been a failure to plan or a plan to fail, Issa said. Quote, either way, it is a decision made by this administration, and you can't blame the last administration. If the last administration was wrong, then darn it, go ahead and reverse it. But if you're going to say the last administration was right, you could at least execute it properly. They clearly were not planning to take people out that they're now taking out. They hadn't identified names, unquote.
I like that. What he said, that the first line of that one.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was either a plan to fail or
failure to plan.
Failure to plan. Yeah, it's one or the other. We've basically said the same thing.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Costa then shifted gears dramatically to the recall election to potentially replace Governor Gavin Newsom in Issa's home state of California. Acosta played a 2017 clip of GOP of GOP candidate and conservative radio host Larry Elder crassly joking Trump had, quote, gotten more obese women off the couch, unquote, with their marches against him than Michelle Obama had in 8 years. Oh, God. Quote, do you think Larry Elder... Yeah, I mean, literally speaking. Quote, do you think Larry Elder should be the next governor of California? Acosta asked. Quote, I think Larry Elder, with tens of thousands of hours on the air, entertaining and thought-provoking, if that's the... Issa started before Acosta interrupted to say, quote, that's not entertaining, that's disgusting, unquote. I know. Issa responded it was widely viewed as a quip and, quote, if that's the best you have, you don't really have anything on Larry Elder, unquote.
Wow.
We have a birthday in the chat. Whose birthday is it? Jamie Melquist. Oh, my gosh. Guys, it's Jamie Melquist's birthday.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, then, Jamie, I guess it's your birthday. And around here, we do this. And a 1. And a 2. Happy birthday
to you.
He's a little late there, Monkey. That's okay.
Happy birthday to you.
Timing still just a little off, just a little bit.
Happy birthday, dear Jamie.
No, it's not going to get better, is it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jamie. Wow, we're almost coming up on the end of the slideshow. All right. And there we go. Thank you, Shoehorn Aplenty, for the bowing with a bone Dogcat Fox. Oh, Dogcat Fox.
Wowie, wow.
There you go. Let's see. I will, for the sake of things, just freeze on some random thumbnail for the sake of fun. Let's see. Anything else about this story? Okay. Acosta said there was plenty more material on Elder, but it sounded as though Issa would prefer him to be governor over Newsom. Issa responded that the majority of the dozens of Republicans running in the recall race would do a better job than the current governor. Elder has come under fire from some of his fellow GOP challengers for his past rhetoric about women and others. Quote, the voters will make a decision on it, Issa said. I support the fact that Larry Elder has been a thoughtful spokesperson, but he's also been a commentator. He said a lot of things, but if in tens of thousands of hours you find a few lines, that's not going to get people to forget that he is a thoughtful conservative who has a lot of great ideas, unquote. Acosta's team thought enough of the clip that it posted it on its website, although CNN framed Issa as having called his specific remarks about women, quote, entertaining, when he used the word more broadly about the host in general. Of course they did.
Yeah, of course they did.
Let's see. Conservative media watchdog Newsbusters called Acosta a hack journalist who got worked by Issa, with writer Christine Marsh quipping, quote, there's a reason why you don't see conservatives on CNN very often, unquote. Okay, well, that was just Fox News taking hits at Acosta. And who's this? Why, it's Tail Feature.
Hello, folks.
Hello. It is the Lord of Picts. The Lord of Picts is here.
I am here, yes. I might have fallen asleep, but I am here now.
I had surmised as much was the possibility. That's fine. I'm glad you're here.
Just in time to be
glad to be here. What are we talking about?
Well, do this real quick. Thank you, Andrew Joyner, for the horn trumpeting lemon and lime. I don't care if people say that's a little pear. It's got to be a lime. It's the only thing that makes any sense.
That's a lime.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I was going to do another news story, but actually, I don't care about the news right now. I thought I'd do something far more interesting, and I'm glad that you're here. How about... Oh, holy cats. Before I get to that. Alyssa Halcomb, sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the years of entertainment. Y'all have gotten me through a lot, including a military rotation to Europe. So thanks again. Well, thank you so much, Alyssa. And I know it sounds all, cliche to say, but thank you for your service. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very generous. Before we get to what the other stuff I had planned, I thought I might walk down memory lane once again. So an encore performance of the best parts of the old Lords of the Night. Whoops. I got to put the sound on. That's what I have to do. I didn't do that the first time.
Bug.
Yeah, 1 second here. That was my bad. I gotta start the screen all over again to do that. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I was hoping you had remembered you turned it off intentionally before. I'm like,
No, I turned the sound off on the video itself that was going into my headphones.
Oh, okay.
I didn't turn the sound on or off about the other thing. But let's try that again.
Now that I'm talking to some esteemed colleagues around the same age as I am, where are you guys at on Meatloaf?
I love Meatloaf.
Yeah,
I love Meatloaf.
I've never had it.
Oh my god!
I knew that was gonna happen.
You have to wait. Are you kidding?
No, but you couldn't get me. I've seen it. My mom has seen
Oh
it.
my god!
You couldn't get me to put that in my face.
put Meatloaf in your face.
We have a running argument in our house. Is cereal soup?
No,
Yes, it is.
it's stew.
It's soup.
No, it's not. Soup
It's
is like
breakfast.
no. Soup implies that it's a homogeneous mixture.
What? What? No, look up the definition of soup. It's a soup.
It's not soup.
It's breakfast soup. Scribbles?
What?
Is cereal soup?
No, cereal's not soup.
No, it's a sauce.
One eternity later.
You take a dry soup mix. Before you put it in the water, guess what? It's crunchy as fuck. Thank you. I win.
That doesn't make it soup.
Why?
Scribe's dying. SJ is offended with the notion of soup, and I'm just having a good time.
I love
was the
listening
last
to
time
Lady
you had
Monkey
crunchy
laugh at us in the background.
If you have dry soup, I mean, it's going to be crunchy. You are killing Lady Monkey's crying.
I'm gonna run for president of the world and destroy all cereal and all soup, so none of this has to be discussed ever fucking again.
Quill, you don't have to cook your soup. I'm just listening to everybody laugh. Should existential crisis be avoided at all costs? No, but soupy cereal should be.
Scribe, this is how I feel when you and Monkey talk about movies. This is payback, so hush.
Oh god.
It's not stew.
Scribbles, what do you want to talk about?
You could argue, hold on, that it's stew.
How can it be stew but not soup?
Well, hold on, let me find the definition of stew.
Oh god, that definition of soup.
Lady Monkey, for you guys, so you guys who don't know, when we miss something, Lady Monkey is on the job and she yells at us. And right now she's standing over me because I did say the $20 bounty on my nipples is in effect. And
Oh
Sweeper hit that, so she's standing over me like hovering. She is. Oh,
no.
Okay. Clear my throat.
Oh,
My
no.
arms
Oh
ready
god.
to flinch.
Oh god.
You can do both because it's $20. You can. I'm ready. I'm.
Stop being a baby.
Just do it. You missed. Ah! Get the motherfucker! That would hurt. Oh my god!
A few moments later.
And now, a special message from our sponsor.
Lady Monkey, I love you.
Oh, I love you too, dear. But I love twisting your nipples even more.
Oh god, why?
Friends, do you seek both the alpha and the omega in vicariously painful entertainment? Then look no further. Presenting Monkey Rips, Monkey Nips. For only a $20 donation, you can hear and feel the excruciating pain of another human being and revel in your own decayed sense of decency. Fun for the whole family.
Ow, damn it, woman. My nipples aren't supposed to be black and yellow.
Don't be racist, dear. Now hold still. My pinching fingers are oiled up and ready to go.
Ow, no!
Monkey Rips, Monkey Nips. Now playing.
Seriously, she fucking hurt me.
Okay.
The words were acted, the pain was not. Jesus Christ. Oh,
A few moments later.
okay. Do it. Ah, no, you missed. You missed.
You're on your screen.
Because you still pinched skin.
Will you be okay?
Ah, God damn it. No, get the other one. Do it right. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No half measures, Lady Monkey. You're not Canadian.
Oh, God.
A few moments later.
Scribe says to use your knuckles. Are you going to do like 1, 1, 1, 1 or
No, 2 at once.
2? Oh, God. Okay. All right, go. Oh, God. All right. They pay for this back to back, so do it quick. Do it quick. Get the. Come on.
Don't rush me. I think if you relax, you would enjoy it.
I don't think I would enjoy this ever.
You would enjoy it.
She's trying to talk me into torture. Oh, motherfucker! Oh, my God.
I think Lady Monkey just violated the Geneva Convention.
Oh, fuck. Oh, she tugged a little on that last one.
And there you are, the medley I still had prepared.
I like. She's like, don't be racist here.
Yeah.
I
wrote
so cruel.
I wrote that ad on the fly as they were doing it, like over the course of the stream. I was like, I had to come up with that real quick, and that was fun. Thank you. Whiskey Theorizes, been lurking since before Lawton was Lawton, from a terrible breakup to meeting my fiance, saying happy birthday to my girl when she was born, to a boy on the way. My heart hurts. The best news team ever. Thank you. Oh, Whiskey, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just, I haven't, it wasn't until people started coming on the show and talking to us that I kind of realized how much can happen in 4 years with someone who's just been sticking with us this whole time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Satsu's own experience should have told me otherwise, but yeah, stories like that, oh man.
Yeah,
Tailed. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, I was single and fucking miserable when this show started. And I'm like,
That's
married
true.
with the kids. So it's like, what the fuck?
All right. Tailed. Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake, yeah. Is now a good time to say I've never had meatloaf?
Never put meatloaf in your mouth?
Wait, say that again?
I never said anything.
What? What is that? What the fuck is that?
Okay, well, I've never had haggis, so I guess maybe we're even on that score.
Yeah, it was illegal in your country, though, isn't it?
Is it?
You say you have freedom.
Oh shit! These days, now I wouldn't. I don't know. Day by day, you look at what's happening in Australia right now. Holy cats!
Oh, man. Yeah.
And now it's not. I don't know. I've seen some videos out of Scotland in the last couple of months, but how are things in Scotland?
Shit. But yeah, it doesn't. It's not really affecting me personally too much.
Yeah.
I haven't had the knock at the door yet, so all good.
No, that's good. So how's your? Now I watched your video, but I'm already kind of forgetting some of the end details. Did you finish making your new studio and everything?
Basically, yeah. It's,
okay.
It's more or less it. I haven't put up the green screen yet, but yeah, I've got a chair, so that.
Well, hey, you're halfway there with the chair.
Exactly, yeah, and I've got some lights, so there we go. That's pretty much all you need, right?
Yeah, and guys, if you don't know or aren't aware of Tailed's channels and stuff, all the stuff is in the description. I got his main channel, his Scottish feature channel, his Twitter, his Patreon. Go check that stuff out when you have a chance. Thank you, Joel McLaughlin, for the thumbs up. Dogcat Fox. Oh, Dogcat Fox.
Wowee! Wow!
Oh yeah, I never recorded one.
Yeah, I forgot to.
I still got a couple on my list to add on later on. I'll be ready for TEDx. But I thought, as something else to fill up some time, because why not? I pulled out from my email a whole lot of my old advertisements.
Oh, shit.
So I thought I would go down the list here and read a few. You may recognize some of the names in here from current attendees to the show, and I'm sure there'll be some in here that we haven't seen in a while, but I'll just do a selection. I've got quite a few. I won't do these all in one shot here. I'll do a few, and then we'll do something else, and then do a couple more. So first one was from Point Curation, and it was only an ad for my cat. Hello, friends. I'm Scribe. You might remember me from such live streams as last night and on Monday. I'm here to tell you about a very special feline friend of our very own Point Curation. I'd like to introduce Cat Curation. Cat Curation is a big, beautiful kitty with long hair and a melodious meow that will melt your heart. And being big and fluffy and able to melt things are important features when you live in the frigid wasteland of Canada like Point does. Cat Curation, the kind of cat anyone would love, and that's the point. Aren't I clever?
Indeed.
Bless.
Well done.
Blessed.
New Fate 26 requested an ad for Fire. I think this is the night where they're really trying to challenge me. Just give me like a one-word thing and just... Ahem. Tired of sitting in a dark, dank cave? Sick of eating cold and slimy raw meat from that woolly mammoth? Bored with having your loved ones snatched by saber-toothed tigers in the night? Then you need Fire, the new invention by Chachaff of the New Fate tribe. For only 4 stone knives and your best breeding daughter.
Nice.
Chachaff will show you through his exclusive cave painting how to smack 2 rocks together over Tinder and conjure this incredible new discovery for yourself. Fire from Chachaff of New Fate. Careful, it's hot.
I forgot about that.
Your favorite breeding daughter. What was wrong with me? Thank you, John Ming. Imagine my shock. Scribe pulled out. Oh. Well, I mean, it's safer that way. Okay. Oh, boy. Snubberth. Okay. An ad promoting a channel called ER. His picture is a black face with white eyes, and he goes there, you'll find out. Oh. Or E:R. Oh, sorry, semicolon R. I don't even recall this. All right. Deep in the bowels of your most private thoughts, in the space between wanting to verbalize a sick burn and actually saying it, this is the home of ER. Where others would fear to tread in ranting about society at large and movies in general, ER is unafraid. With his acidic wit and comedic editing chops, the white-eyed shadow child will lead you down the rabbit hole in the battle against pop culture and social justice, and then abandon you there to fend for yourself. So do a search for E:R, all one word, like I did, and if you like what you see, hit subscribe. E:R. He shits where you eat.
And he's in the chat.
Okay, who's next on here?
Why, though?
All right, one from Sanguine. An ad, a training camp for soy boys. Okay, listen up, you estro-millennials. This great nation is sick and tired of the half measures and the milquetoast masculinity that we've all been told is in fashion. So it's about time you shut up and nut up and learn what being a man really means. And you will be put through your paternal paces at Sergeant Sanguine's Tabernacle of Testosterone. Jesus Christ. For 1 month, you'll wake up at the crack of dawn and learn to lumberjack, repair a car, shoot a gun, how to throw a punch, and how to take a hit. And the whole time you'll eat nothing else but red meat, hard-boiled eggs, and green beans to purge your pansiness and grow hair on your chest. So if you or a loved one needs to learn that soy is a ploy and what it means to be a man, drag your sorry ass to Sergeant Sanguine's Tabernacle of Testosterone.
That needs to be a thing.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I would
Needs to be a place.
I've done some of those things. I've never lumberjacked, really.
Oh no. Okay, I'll end with this one and we'll move on to something else because I think I'll be done after this. Because oh god, Terry Diamantis asked an ad for horse fisting.
Oh my.
Of course he did. Of course he fucking did.
Oh god, here we go. And remember, guys, if for those of you that are so new you don't remember this, what I would do is people would request an ad for some random thing, and I would be challenged to come up with the whole thing all by my lonesome. So everything that I'm reading here was just out of my own imagination, unfortunately. Have you mastered the art of donkey punching? Looking for a new challenge? That next horizon of greatness that will cement your name in people's minds to be in awe of? Then you need to attend the Terry Diamantis School of Horse Fisting. Terry Diamantis is a master of equine anal invasion, having studied for decades under board-certified horse proctologists.
Wow.
And for a limited time only, your tuition will be cut in half if you provide your own horse to fist.
Nice discount, guys.
The Terry Diamantis School of Horse Fisting. Nothing says giddy up like a punch up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I miss these now. Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Okay, I got to stop. I need a break. Nothing says giddy up. Jesus. What the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah. That is the next level right there.
Random American asks, why did these stop? Okay, well, for all the fun that they are, the reason that they stopped was I was getting like 10 to 15 requests a night at certain points, which gave me only like 48 hours to write 15 completely original ads. And in order not to like renege on the deal of someone donating money to me for that, I made sure I always got them done on time. And so I was rushing myself for 2 days amongst real life and the show and work and everything else to come up with, 10, 15 some odd original ads for things people wanted, and especially those that were requested for research, as someone kept having me do research on certain things. And that's why I just got burnt out. I just couldn't keep up the pace of the requests. And so I just called it. If I had a way to sort of meter how many I got in a night, then maybe that would work, but I never really came up with an idea of how to do that fairly. So I just thought it was easier just kind of like to cut it off. So who knows? Maybe in some future instance where I'm not doing a nightly show or something, I'll take requests again, but we'll see.
I don't know if, because I didn't know you were like putting lists and stuff together for things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I would have definitely suggested that you snatch up some of our best Mad Libs.
Oh yeah. The problem is finding them, because like I didn't always do them every night, and so I remember some people clipped them in the past on Twitter and things, but I wouldn't know how to find those again. So yeah, I think the best ones are probably like the Wolverine backstory with Weibo was here, when Wolverine was wildly unfuckable.
Yes,
and then the Little Mermaid, where I had to sing the Little Mermaid song with the different lyrics.
Yeah, some of the recent ones we did were fucking bangers too. Like, what weren't you like saving them to a hashtag or something? Like,
I posted them. Like, you can look up like hashtag Mad Libs on my Twitter stream. I guess you could probably find a whole bunch. Real quick, thank you, Jack Gunsky. To Scribe Light, the richest man in town. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind? Also, could I get an ad for Quippers United? Give me some details. I forget exactly when you stream or what time, so do that, and I'll have a better idea of how to add. And thank you, Jack Gunsky, so much. Let's see. I guess I could search my Twitter real quick and see if I can find some old Mad Libs. Let's see here. I remember how to do this.
Monkey, we had some that were just so fun. Like, there was one that we did that was a Mad Lib that you would never be able to tell. Like, if somebody just said those words to you, you'd be like, how does that work so well? we weave stories that fit so perfectly. I don't know how the fuck it happened.
Yeah, the last couple. Oh, here we go. I got a whole bunch of them on here. Okay. All right, I'll read some old Mad Libs. I only got a couple. Huh, all right. The Pledge of Allegiance. I declare depression to the space monkey of the United Krispy Kreme Donuts of Wakanda, and to the Molotov for which it slaughter, one Dave the Barbarian under God, pussy with dementia and lust for all.
That sounds pretty close to America, actually.
Driving tips. Driving a car can be fun if you follow this dirty advice. When approaching a Walkman on the right, always blow your chastity belt. Before making a fucked turn, always stick your ranch dog out the window. Every 2,000 miles, have your pimp inspected and your trash can checked. When approaching a school, watch out for When approaching a school, watch out for viscous squirrels. Above all, drive slowly. The pearl you save may be your own.
Viscous squirrels.
Viscous squirrels. Snow White. From the smooth fairy tale, a jealous whore attempts to get rid of her rough step airport, Snow Red, who takes refuge with 422 fairies in their forest lava lamp.
Sounds about right.
The whore changes into a witch and rakes Snow Red with a poisoned Vegemite, which puts her in an everlasting fist until a prince finds her in an adamantium body bag and awakens her with love's first luchador.
This sounds like a shroom trip, dude.
That one sounds familiar.
Yeah. Rush Hour 3 ad lib. Okay. 422 years after the end of Rush Hour 2, James Carter is no longer a sex worker, but a nun on the streets of Bedroom. Lee is now the bodyguard for his friend Scribe. Lee is still upset with Carter about an incident in Dungeon when Carter accidentally shot Lee's girlfriend, Boy Scout troop leader Isabella Molina, in the belly button. During the World Criminal Court discussions, as Scribe addresses the importance to fight the Triad, he announces that he knows the diseased of the Triad leadership known as the Shai Shen. Suddenly, Scribe takes a Zoe in the cock, disrupting the conference. Lee pursues the assassin and corners him, discovering that the assassin is his brother, Trisha Paytas. When Lee hesitates to shoot Trisha Paytas, Carter shows up, jumping towards the two, and disgustingly squeezes Lee all over, allowing Trisha Paytas to escape. Yeah. Cryptic, thank you so much. When my dad was unemployed, he used to hide money in the bushes in our garden. He went on to become a successful hedge fund manager. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see if I find anything else here doing this. Oh, here we go. I put hashtag Mad Libs and hashtag Mad Lib brought me different things. What is this? How's it? You know, I can't tell if it's just I have bad jokes or there's a cricket alive in Monkey's world.
There's a cricket alive in my world. Damn thing won't shut the hell up.
How many generations of crickets have?
I know, right? All right, one more. Mission Impossible 2. Good morning, Mr. Hunt. Your mission, should you choose to body slam it, involves the recovery of a scabby item designated Schmeckeldorf. You may select any 422 pencil members, but it is murdered that the third member of your pencil be Naya Nordhoff Hall. She is a flag and a highly capable professional whore. You have 24 years to blow, Miss Hall, and meet me inside of a washing machine to receive your assignment. As always, should any member of your pencil be caught or swallowed, the secretary will disavow all knowledge of your grandparents. And Mr. Hunt, the next time you go on holiday, please be menacing enough to let us know where you're oozing. This message will self-combine in 5 seconds.
Please be menacing enough to let us know where you're oozing.
Okay, sorry. One more. I lied because this is a short one, and it starts. Dear Ranting Monkey, it has come to my drill dough that you are the sexiest boy in the selfie stick. My weenus starts sharding a gorilla glue every time you speak. I would like to Gorilla Glue if you want to go to the Losing Your Virginity with me next Tuesday. If you lasso, please abort me at the Pearl Harbor in Fortnite. I wank you and everything about you. Ostensibly, Frosted Glass.
That's a true story.
Yeah, true story. Thank you, Poker. It's been a good ride, ladies and gentlemen. Atonir las rosas, dame las espinas. I don't speak Spanish.
Clearly.
For the Horde.
For the Horde, and with the scary baby face. But thank you, Poker. So there's someone in particular who's going to just chide the hell out of me for mispronouncing all that later, but I did my best.
You'll be fine.
All right, so let's do one more ceremonial look at MSS News.
Snooze.
Before we freak out. And Tailed, if you start falling asleep again, by all means, just go to bed.
Well, I was just having a look through my live stream playlist. I basically keep a collection of all the live streams I've been on. It looks like I've been on at least 17 episodes of Lord of the Night at some point. So.
At least. I'd be surprised if it was, or I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than that. But yeah,
I think it probably is. I've maybe missed some.
Yeah. I like to get you on here as often as I can. Talk to you. We'll have to figure out a more equitable time where we can hang out some more. Let's see. Who shall we start with? How about Massive Dynamics? Since he sent 2 at the top here. Okay. Let's see, again, Massive Dynamics. FBI dodged Ilhan Omar bro wedding probe. Okay, only hours after Minnesota GOP operative Anton Lazaro posted online DNA evidence that allegedly shows Representative Ilhan Omar was once married to her brother, the FBI busted him. The test results stated that there is a 99.9999998% chance that Omar and her second husband, Ahmed Elmi, now her ex-husband, are siblings, according to an analysis by British company Endeavour DNA Laboratories. But before Lazaro could share the results with the media, he was arrested Thursday on underage sex trafficking charges and jailed pending a court hearing on Monday. Wow. Okay.
Wait.
His website, Ilhan Omar DNA... Sorry?
Hang on. How did the results get out if he couldn't release them?
I don't know. His website, IlhanOmarDNA.com, I wonder what that's about, containing the DNA test results, was online briefly before it was taken down Wednesday. Aha, there's your answer. Lazaro and a group of conservative donors had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on 3 continents hiring private investigators to track down Elmi Omar's ex-husband in the UK and procure his DNA from a drinking straw. Omar's DNA, Lazaro's website claimed, was extracted from saliva on a cigarette butt she was photographed smoking. Omar previously has denied Elmi is her brother, calling the claim, quote, absolutely false, absurd, and offensive. Special Agent Joy Hess from the FBI's Twin City field office, which investigated allegations that Omar married her brother Elmi to get around U.S. immigration laws, says the, quote, statute of limitations, unquote, had run out on the case. In a recorded conversation with an associate of Lazaro posted on his website Wednesday, Hess also said the FBI could not pursue the case because Omar's ex-husband Elmi had moved overseas. Quote, the statute of limitations is over, she said. Quote, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the statute of limitations is not something we can overcome in that matter. That the individual in question left the country, so there's nothing to do, unquote. Asked if the new DNA evidence would be considered, she says, quote, all I can say is that according to the United States Attorney's Office, the statute of limitations, limits is what, that statute of limitations limits what we can do in this matter, unquote. Back to the author. There is no statute of limitations for immigration fraud, but there also appears to be no appetite in Democrat-run Minneapolis to investigate the claim that has dogged Democratic squad member Omar for years. It is shoddy that private citizens felt compelled to do the FBI's job. Why didn't the FBI do its own DNA tests and clear up the cloud hanging over Omar's head? The FBI did not respond to questions. Well, there you go. Nothing spells loving like marrying your cousin or brother, as the case may be. Yes?
I said, I guess not.
No. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. Couldn't do an MSS News without a Bernier. Luxury airship offers rides to the North Pole. Why would you want to go there? A luxury airship will soon get you to the North Pole and back for a pretty penny. A startup firm called Ocean Sky Cruises is offering luxury air cruises on an airship. They are using steerable balloons like the ones used in the early 1900s for the Hindenburg and the Zeppelin. Hey, I'm not getting on that one. I don't know why. Something about the Hindenburg just makes me, I don't know, all hot all over for some reason. Thank you, Jonathan Malone. Over the last 4 years, I went from happy to depressed to divorced to escaping bankruptcy by the skin of my teeth to I exist for something. However, there have been many great and funny memories from all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks for watching.
Glad you got through all those storms intact. I'm glad you still exist for something. Hope to see you around as things proceed. Let's see. Where did I leave off here? I guess that was it. No, there it is. There's the Hindenburg. The luxury airship includes hotel-like cabins and modern technology. You don't say. 16 passengers can fly to the North Pole and have a picnic on the ice cap.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know what I'm guessing it is? It's for like selfie fodder, Instagram influencer bullshit. You want to guess how much the trip costs for a 2-person cabin?
25 grand.
Satsu?
15 grand.
Tailed?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Billion. Right now.
Okay. Well, the closest without going over was Monkey at $233,000.
What?
$233,000 for a 2-person cabin.
The
Kiss
fuck?
my whole ass.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So just under $250,000 to take a blimp to the North Pole with 15 other people and have a picnic.
That's
I go to the North Pole anyway, but in a fucking blimp? Are you kidding?
That's like 4 or 5 years salary for most people.
If that, yeah, Jesus.
This is why we need socialism, obviously.
Yes, then we can have blimps everywhere.
Everyone could have their own personal blimp.
Ooh, a blimp for everybody. Thank you, St. Fugi. First donation ever. I found you all looking for the real news. I lurked for a bit until I ended up connecting with the cool peeps you've gathered here. I really appreciate the community you've gathered here. I do too, and thank you, St. Fugi. I'm thinking back to every time that somebody in the chat, something happened in their life, whether it was like a medical issue or some crazy thing, and then a GoFundMe would go up, and the whole thing would be funded in like a night or two. The amount of support, both moral and otherwise, that you guys have given each other, the friendships that I've seen created, I was just. I don't want to. I was on. Well, I wasn't on, but I was in the chat of Chaos Eve's show last night, and I was just saying hi and everything. And I can't repeat it verbatim, but she said some very nice things about the fact that because of us, Minions of the Zoo formed, and without Minions of the Zoo, a whole bunch of good things wouldn't have happened to her. And just the ripple effect of what's happened over the last 4 years with so many people, and the stories you guys have been telling us on the call-in shows the last few nights. And otherwise, and some of the messages I get privately, it's very humbling. I don't know how else to put it. The poverty of my vocabulary, I don't have better words for it. But and I'll say it again tomorrow night and probably again tonight. I really appreciate all you guys and everything you do for us and for each other.
Agreed.
Let's see, 1 or 2 more stories here, and then we'll talk about other stuff. Let's see, we talked about that. We did that the other day. I don't want to talk about Hassan Piker's mansion. I don't care.
Yeah, but what about Hassan Piker's blimp?
Oh, now there you go.
Now that's a story.
Yeah, he's his own source of fuel. You get it?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I'm creative like that. Thank you again, Keeverdam. Just wondering, is Lawton the first live stream series on YouTube? I doubt it. No. I mean, we might be among the few that did it every night for as long as we did. possibly, but I wouldn't know how to categorize that. But I
wouldn't be expecting any awards from Susan Wojcicki anytime soon.
No. And as far as that goes, again, I have no way of telling, but I'd be surprised if there are many shows out there that have consistently broadcast for as many years as we have, with a relatively stable staff, if that's a better way to put it. So I still think we're relatively unique. I think even on YouTube.
That's right.
I mean, if not for the longevity, then just how many people have we've connected with over the last 4 years at least. Thank you, Snubbirth. I just realized no lords, no minions, no Scooby 331. Ranting Monkey may appreciate this reference. Wait, are you doing a what if, like if we never existed? Yeah, that's some old drama that I'm not all. I've forgotten most of it, thankfully. Thank you, Snubbirth, for the donation.
That's the second time you said something about Minions. Is Minions down now?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think he was talking like hypothetically, like if we hadn't existed, there would have been no men, etc. Thank you, Delfruit Zero. Hail, Lord of Punishment, Scribeth of Lightus. Anyway, leaving behind the formalities to my favorite lord with an English degree. I guess that would make me the only one. Your wit, drama, and many other traits made a solid portion of the show. Take a bow, sir. Well, if I wouldn't risk hitting my keyboard with my head, I would, but I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you, Delfruit Zero. And thanks for coming on briefly the other night. Appreciate it. Let's see. Any more stories I want to... let's just... Yeah, we'll do some tomorrow night, maybe. We'll have extra time tomorrow. We're going to start an hour early, I think, to let some sweetest time happen. So... Oh, what's this? Lords of the Night, Mad Lib, Sugar Twat Jones. Oh.
Sugar Twat Jones.
You remember that?
That sounds familiar.
Okay, let me see if I can do this real quick. 1 second. Let's see if I can share. Will the... Oh, holy cats! Massive Dynamics. Jesus, I have been watching since the days of SDA. This show has been a port of sanity in a crazy world. The only thing true constant is change. Thank you, Lord Scribe, for a great show. Good night. Thank you, Massive, and thank you for all of your article submissions and everything over the years. A few names pop up when I think of just like constant veterans in the show, and you're one of them. Thank you so much. That's very generous. And thank you, Poker, again. Last thing I want to say, I still hold to the fact that Satsu has 2 belly buttons, on mobile at least. Okay, have a great life. See you tomorrow. That is an inside joke I don't get.
He's talking about the avatar with the pennies. For whatever reason, on his phone, it
Oh,
looks like I have
yep.
some belly button.
Right. Okay. All right. Now let's see if I can make this work. If the sound will work. Tell me if you can hear this. I'll hear it. I don't know if you will be able to. Okay. You hear that?
No.
No.
You don't hear that? Okay. Let me try something on. Let me try something on the side here while I figure this out. Let's go on to YouTube time. Tailed, what have you been up to?
Put me on the spot, why don't you?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, you did carpentry and stuff. You had stuff up.
Yeah, I did that like in May, and then I've only just done the video now. So.
Well, it was new to me. I don't know. I knew to everybody else.
Yeah. Well, the second channel, yeah, I kind of sort of officially turned one of my spare rooms into a little studio for the second channel. So I actually do proper face cam videos and not wait for a sunny day for it to be light enough to do it.
Sunny days in Scotland, what?
Exactly, so that's why I don't upload very much. No, I've kind of been getting away from the politics thing, other than my weekly live stream.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been a little bit sick of it, to be honest, especially since the coup came along.
Yes,
things were just getting a bit too depressing for my own sanity, so I decided to branch out and do some other stuff. So yeah, I've got a couple of scripts on the go as well for the second channel. and been working on some music as well. So I lied when I said there was nothing. I just forgot what it was.
You can be forgiven given the hour.
Yeah, it's now 3 in the morning, and I already had a little doze before I came on. So yeah, if I drop out suddenly, that's probably what's happened.
Monkey, what have you been up to?
Oh, same old. Monkey in the morning now and then. After party when I feel like it. Gaming when I can. The usual.
And you told us before the show, but what's the latest and greatest on the wee ones?
Let's see. Little Butt had her first day at kindergarten.
Yay!
Yeah. What else is going on with them? Otherwise, they're just growing and being silly, and I get regular updates that melt Grandpa's heart. That's all.
Aw. All right. Satsu, what have you been up to?
Prepping to start doing my cooking streams. Now that this whole thing is going to be done, I've been trying to get stuff together and buy a couple things I need to make sure I can do that. Got a bunch of uploads pending on the gaming channel that I got going up, and some other stuff that I've been looking to do over there. Just prepping for tomorrow too, because Aaliyah, she's a character. Y'all are gonna see tomorrow. Yeah, she is something else. We got her a kitchen kind of play set for her birthday. She's been going nuts with that. There's like 50 pieces, which is my nightmare, but she's just like, yay, tons of things to get all over the house now. And I'm like, oh man. But I'm thinking of doing some videos of me like cooking in my little station and having her off to the side doing her little stuff. Stuff like that. Because I think that'd be fun. Try to get her into it. Yeah, that'll be fun. But otherwise, that's it. Same old stuff. Just prepping. A lot of prepping for what's to come.
If you make a Squeedus cam tail, she'll just turn into like a little diva, more so than she already is.
Surprisingly, well, I mean, I guess not that surprisingly.
Yeah.
Whenever you like turn a camera towards her or whatever, she really gets like why are you doing this to me? I'm just like, you were too young to be camera shy, but no, she's just like, go away.
Let's see. As for myself, I got bits and pieces together for tonight's show. The thumbnail I thought was a little emotional when I finished that one up. I thought it was a little Anyway, beyond that, I've got TEDx coming this Thursday at its new time slot, which you might be familiar with, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to see if I can have a guest on, but I don't want to write checks I can't cash yet, so hold off on that. And I've also been in discussions with Dave's Lemonade to do a Familiar with the Matter. If you don't know Dave's Lemonade, he's a relatively new true crime channel on YouTube. I seem to be collecting true crime YouTube channel hosts lately. He does long form documentaries on crimes, and then he does also sort of a focus on analyzing, psychologically analyzing the footage from the old To Catch a Predator series. There's quite the subculture of To Catch a Predator people, and I've seen several of them just because the YouTube algorithm will bring them up to me from time to time. But Dave approaches them with a level of seriousness and class, I'd say, that is different from a lot of the other ones. So anyway, I'm in talks with him to try to figure out a time where it'll work to talk to him, and I'll let you know as that proceeds. And I'm also bookmarking some videos that I might start doing some scripted stuff again in the near future. We'll see. And without getting too specific, because again, I don't want to make promises I can't keep, I am, and I have been, mulling over the idea of attempting to make my own true crime documentary-ish thing for a while.
Oh, sweet.
It feels very daunting. I've got all the materials I need for it. It's a case that I've been fascinated with for a long time. It is not a murder. It has nothing to do with murder. It is a crime, and it's a very specific incident. And other people have done videos on this particular thing before, but not that many. And so I'm looking at piecing it together. I've got the materials. I started the script a little bit. I've just got to figure out, how do I tell the story in the way that, I'm taking inspiration from Jim Can't Swim and Matt Orchard and such. Not trying to duplicate them per se, but certainly there'll probably be some similarities in sequence. But anyway, that's a long-term project. I don't feel like it's a current event. I have to like churn something out every 2 days. And I was thinking about that the other day when I started my channel. If you look back at my old original videos and look at the date stamps, for a while there was barely a day or two between them. I was just pumping them out one after the other. I was on such a tear. And I'd like to maybe not get back to quite that pace, but to have some regular content coming out aside from the live stream stuff. And in addition to that, as I mentioned the other night, I think I've been talking to Sister Scribe, who has picked out a new avatar for herself, by the way. It's a nice one. About doing another public domain movie night. I forget what the other one was. One of the ones I'm looking at is The Wasp Woman, an old Roger Corman horror movie. So we'll see if we can do that. Let's see. Lexi Mads. By the way, anybody know Jim Can't Swim has a second channel? Yeah, there's this J.C.S.1 or whatever. And for a long time, I thought someone was pirating his stuff, but I guess it's official. So, yeah, I don't know why he has a second channel. I don't know if he's trying to duck under the YouTube algorithm for some of the other stuff that they blocked before. But I'll tell you what, the $1 a month to his Patreon to have access to his entire library of videos, even those that aren't on YouTube anymore, totally worth it, because those things are good background noise and there's some really interesting stuff in there, and stuff that doesn't have to do with true crime at all. He's done a lot of documentaries on war fatigue and prison life and things like that, so go check that out. Well, how about some more ads?
Sure, but I need to run to the restroom real quick.
Okay, you do that. Let's see, which one? I've got different ones from different days. I'll just pick this one. Let's see if we can find something funny. Okay. This one came from Corey Suzuki. An ad for a millennial cocktail called the Mai Tide that uses Tide Pods. Corey Suzuki's Booze Bar introduces Memonades, alcoholic beverages based around fleeting internet fads.
Wonderful.
And today's offering rides the coattails of the internet craze that's sweeping emergency rooms around the nation, the Mai Tide. This intoxicating mixture of curacao, lime juice, and a colorful laundry detergent tablet is sure to set your senses on fire and possibly induce respiratory arrest. So make a date with Corey Suzuki's Booze Bar and choke down a Mai Tide. It'll get you drunk and keep your whites white and your colors bright.
Yeah, that's some deadly shit right there.
Okay. Is Monkey back yet? No, I got to save that one for when Monkey gets back. Point Curation, an ad for watermelon or another delicious fruit like limes. You left it up to me. The Humble Kumquat.
Of course.
What?
The Juicy.
Come back to?
An
the
ad.
Humble Kumquat.
An ad from Point Curation who just asked
Kumquat.
for an ad about a watermelon or another delicious fruit. And I said, the Humble Kumquat, the juicy balls of goodness with a name that sounds like a sex act, but is actually derived from Cantonese for golden orange. Made famous in the Tailspin episode, Sheepskin Deep, kumquats are a hardy citrus fruit native to the South Asia and Asia Pacific region. Packed with vitamin C and conveniently sized to fit in your pocket, you can fill your pants with kumquats anytime. Point Curation brand kumquats. Make the O in your O face stand for orange.
Nice.
What?
Okay,
You know what's
this
great
one.
about that?
What's that?
When you read these live, you almost never missed.
I know, almost. Yeah, it was. I kept, I was able to keep, because I think because I'd just written them, I'd gotten past the self-shock value of what I was writing.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm reading them retrospectively, I'm surprised by what I wrote because I don't remember. Speaking of which, this one came from Sweeper Steven. An ad for Monkey's Idea superhero movie about roots.
Oh no.
I had what the fuck did I say?
Apparently you had an idea for a superhero movie about roots.
That's not familiar at all.
In 1750, Gambian native Kunta Kinte is brought in shackles to America, a slave to a wicked plantation owner. Forced into labor among others of his countrymen, Kunta Kinte is hiding a secret that could free them all. For Kunta Kinte is the living avatar of Tubuli, the Aardvark god. Jesus.
Wow.
And on the day Kunta Kinte is being whipped into submission to take on the name Toby, his powers activate, covering him in an impenetrable shell.
Wow.
I think I meant armadillo when I wrote this, because I don't think aardvarks have impenetrable shells.
Well.
Anyway, now with impervious skin and a mission of freedom, the former slave travels the roads of the early American South, helping those he can and punishing those who would make people into chattel. Sweeper Steven Studios brings you a reimagining of the classic novel using the Marvel method of filmmaking, Roots, Advent of the Aardvark.
Wow.
So either I confused aardvark with armadillo or armadillo with aardvark. Either way, there you go.
It's still funny. It's still funny.
Let's see. And I'll pick a different day here. What's this? Oh, another one from Sweeper Steven. Oh, an overhyped superhero movie where the Lords of the Night are the superheroes. Coming soon to a theater, not unlike a chapel near you, the greatest cinematic and cultural event since Tommy Wiseau's The Room. A film with a cast so diverse, you'd think the Noah's Ark method of selection was employed at the auditions. Critics are raving that not going to see this film should be a crime punishable by death. With a soundtrack so powerful, the opening note alone sent audiences into fits of ecstatic sobbing. Starring Some Dumb American as Streetwise, the tough-talking Georgia Peach with a switchblade smile and cybernetic claws to match. Scribe Light as Hack Ryder, the man whose words can save the day, endanger the team, or just cause hilarity depending on his punctuation. And Ranting Monkey as Pooh Flinger, the amazing escape artist with double-barreled buttholes.
Fuck.
Excuse me?
Together, they are the Lords of the Night, ready to change the face of human history in the wake of what is already estimated to be the biggest box office bonanza without anyone having even seen the movie yet. Sweeper Steven Studios presents the greatest superhero film of all time, while also revealing the identity of the Zodiac Killer and the location of Jimmy Hoffa's body in The Second Coming of Christ. Okay.
I mean, overhyped was the request.
That's true. That is true. Okay. I won't give
that one had a bit of deep lore in it, because that talks about the double butthole lady when I was obsessed with her.
Yeah, that's right. I won't read the title for this one, not to give it away. Long ago, an idea was born to have a monthly live stream starring 3 YouTube shitlords that would be called That Time of the Month. Alas, it was not to be, because somebody got too caught up playing video games to give a fuck. But now that time is over, and the prodigal son has returned to take his rightful place as one of the Lords of the Night, bringing wit, wisdom, and a perspective unmatched by his honky colonizer co-hosts. I give you Satsu 2 cents and his lovely sidekick, Squishy 2 cents. This glorious introduction has been brought to you by Snubber 13. That was funny.
You, by the way.
That was funny. Let's see. Oh, God. Okay, this one comes from Ducky. Again, I won't give away the subject. Sex is like Chinese food. You're going to want some more an hour later. But what do you do when she's as hot as Szechuan and you don't have a condom handy? Ducky brand pee pluggers are here to help.
Oh no.
Made from high-quality bamboo chopsticks salvaged from an abandoned Panda Express, pee-pee pluggers will not only keep your semen out of the sexual equation, but also act as a splint to keep you straight and steady all night long. Ducky brand pee-pee pluggers. They're the Eureka for your urethra.
Wandering Lisa, these are old ads. These aren't new ones. This is stuff that we did, God, more than a year ago, right?
This one's dated May 2nd, 2018.
Fuck, dude. 2018.
They're the Eureka for your urethra. Oh my God.
Oh fuck, man.
All right, one more. This one. Okay. When you find yourself on leave from the mighty United States Space Force, consider docking your S-15 fighter rocket at Crater Valley Moon Base. Located at the heart of the Tycho crater, Crater Valley sports one of the most active and thriving lunar colonies this side of the Sea of Tranquility. Take some time to explore the wonders of the Tycho crater, and afterwards, find a little intimate R&R over at Sir Adamantine's House of Celestial Sins. And as always, your safety is guaranteed under the watchful eye of Space Marshal Dirk McGuffin. Crater Valley Moonbase, brought to you by Mr. Ziffs Incorporated. When you need a little poon, come up to the moon base.
That moon poon.
Moon poon.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do we have any fucketry to go over by any chance?
Not really.
Okay. I'll see if I have a little.
I'm sure I annoyed somebody, but I couldn't tell you how.
All right.
I annoyed people.
What now?
I annoyed people on Twitter.
Oh, do tell.
Essentially, I put up a joke saying something along the lines of an Afghan refugee arrives in the UK and says, "Boy, I'm glad I escaped a regime that has mandatory face coverings and has a culture of tearing down statues."
Oh, well played, sir.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, so some people didn't really like that, and
yeah.
The thing was they I don't know if they did it on purpose, but they were basically just saying how it was horrible and racist and anti-refugee and everything like that. When at the end of the day, the refugees were not the butt of the joke. Britain was the bunker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, indeed.
Exactly.
And they just didn't seem to understand that at all, or just refused to understand that. So I had some quite annoyed people calling me a horrible person and all this kind of stuff. Not that I care.
Real quick, thank you, ex-Bubba Hotep, so much. I would like to thank you all for the thousands of hours of entertainment and news. I will you around on all your future endeavors. Like you will me into existence? Or, I'm assuming that just I wish you.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Yeah. I understand the sentiment. Like Joe Biden, I can read between the lines of your direct statement and know the truth.
Yeah. Monkey, did you happen to catch that? Because I was telling them about a story of me talking to a friend, and they were saying that Biden and some of the stuff that he says, because I think it was around the time we read the first fact check from CNN on Biden, and how everything was pre-translated for us. It was like, this is what he said, and then they translated it into what he probably meant, even though he definitively said something completely different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The person I was talking to was I was talking to them about the statement that he made when he said, if you get the vaccine, you won't get the virus or you won't die, period. Like you'll live, guaranteed, essentially, is what he was saying. And he was telling me that because of Biden's stutter, You know, he always takes it into consideration and thinks about what he's trying to say and what makes the most sense instead of just taking it for face value. And I'm like, that's awfully fucking convenient, isn't it?
A stutter doesn't change what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, because of his stutter. So if he walked up to you and was like, "Yeah, I fucked your wife last night," you'll be like, now what did he really mean by
right,
that?
yeah.
That's not what he meant. Jesus
Like,
Christ.
Come on, like, really?
He's just saying he finds your wife very attractive. That's all. She's pretty. That's all. Do you have any other fuckatry tale?
No, not really. Nothing particularly interesting anyway. But yeah, you should follow me on Twitter. I post offensive jokes all the time.
Yep, and Tailed's Twitter handle is in the description. I've got a couple of things. Okay, this individual is just one person, but I've seen the sentiment going around several times over the last several days in particular. I don't know if it's just like a spike in it or it's some kind of fad going on. They were responding to somebody putting up a story about someone in the hospital who was unvaccinated or something. And they said, tell you what, if you all want to be free to skip masks, vaccines, okay, but you have to document it so on record. Then you are agreeing you will receive no priority in treatment, and if contact tracing puts a reasonable chance you cause someone else to fall ill, you can be sued. Deal? And I said, don't treat smokers with lung cancer. Don't treat the overweight with heart problems. Don't treat the firefighter who gets burned. They knowingly put themselves in harm's way, right? They're obviously second-class humans. I've seen variants on that same theme several times over the last couple of days. I don't know if it's, like I say, it's just a new fad or something, or I'm just getting in on it or whatever, but man.
No, that's been popping up, and not just with some randos. I mean, I've seen that from verified check marks who have big followings, and it's like,
yeah,
do you guys not understand what you're saying here?
Right.
They don't care because COVID is the worst thing ever to happen, ever.
Let's see, and
beyond Trump.
Well, yeah. Here, let me try this real quick. All right, let's see if this works this time. All right. So here we go. This one is a long one, as you might imagine. This was called Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. 1992. At a swanky pop bottle in Hong Kong, Sugar Twat Jones confronts Lao Che, a Chinese gynecologist, for a trade. A reward in exchange for the Ming Dynasty emperor. The gynecologist's sons, however, won't let Sugar Twat get out of the trade alive, and a violent hypodermic needle ensues that slobs up the gynecologist's small, torch singer Wilhelmina Scott. Sugar Twat and Willie escape with Sugar Twat's preteen sidekick, Short Round, and fly out of Hong Kong, unaware their cupboard belongs to Lao Che, and the 422 pilots are ordered to bail out over India.
That's a lot of pilots.
Sugar Twat, Willie, and Shorty manage to vote and wind up being greeted by the village portable toilet engineer who shows them the ruins of his
Oh my.
Oh my God.
I'm going to read that one again for those in the cheap seats.
Please do.
Sugar Twat, Willie, and Shorty manage to vote and wind up being greeted by a village portable toilet engineer who shows them the ruins of his crack whore. Ruins caused by the theft of 3 Walmarts of great horrendous power taken to a gigantic mountaintop sweatshop. The sweatshop, however, belongs to a peaceful young Indian governor who assures that no such action occurred from his sweatshop. Sugar Twat, however, is schlonged in his bedroom.
Wow. Perfect.
And finds a vast, flaccid system of caverns that lead to an ancient terrorist catfish, long thought crazy, a catfish that has kidnapped the children of the crack whore and is using them to fist for the horrendous Walmarts.
Wow.
When Sugar Twat and his friends are captured, they are to be shaved to the pit of molten, sweaty chode, but a spicy showdown begins that erupts into a savage man-bear pig, nipple scar fire, and sexy mine car pursuit.
Sexy mine car pursuit?
The collapse of a flaccid dam and a showdown at a rope monkey's goblin finger that threatens to kill Sugar Twat, his friends, and the catfish. The end.
Oh my god.
That's epic.
Sugar Twat Jones.
Sugar Twat Jones.
That just sounds like a 70s porn movie.
It does.
Oh yeah.
And
Can you,
Sugar Twat Jones meeting up with a gynecologist just sounds right.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Oh my god.
All right. I've saved that one for posterity's sake. I will post that to Twitter later. There you go.
Sugar Twat. The Adventures of Sugar Twat Jones.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, Grisella, get on it.
Oh God.
It should be a thing.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Instead of a
let's see.
fedora, he's wearing a vagina on his head.
Oh God. What's the whip made out of?
Goo.
Oh. Goo whip.
Goo whip.
Did P-Dog join? Well, P-Dog was on for that episode, apparently.
Yeah, that was fun.
As you could tell by the signature sonorous voice of his. Let's see. We got a couple of minutes before we're going to get to question time. We are going to do question time. Anything either of you want to say about stuff and things? I don't know. I'm out. I'm done. I got nothing. I've thrown my whole load out. Your guys' turn. Say something.
I was just going to say, I feel like I haven't said very much, but this is because of Scribe and Scribe. This is your major contribution to the show. Not that everything else that you've said and done haven't, but Scribbles is the one who gave us tasks and kept us on them. And that might sound like, oh, that makes him the boring one. It's not. Scribbles is the reason we lasted so long. And I don't think you've ever gotten enough credit for that, my friend. And I just wanted to say, well done.
I am the Lords of the Night Viagra.
That's right.
Real quick. Thank you, Point Curation. Hope everyone is having a nice night. Hey, Point, I read a couple of your ads earlier, especially about your cat. I read that about your cat. Well, thank you, Monkey. That's very kind of you to say.
That's true, man.
I sometimes felt a little like a jerk, format. And I was like, oh, this is... For a while, I felt like I ruined things, but because it was so free form in the beginning, and then it became regimented, and I felt like the taskmaster, and I don't know. But I appreciate
it had to get regimented because for those of you who weren't around at the beginning, what happened is we all jumped on here. We were all very new to each other still at that time, so we had plenty of stuff to talk about. But like a married couple, eventually we knew everything about each other, at least a lot about each other.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, let's find something to do to keep talking. And we kind of just defaulted into the news. Like, let's go find some news stuff to talk about. And the whole reason for having regimented little segments, and let's be honest, we never had to stick to those, and we often didn't. I mean, there were times news went long, there were times news went really short, but just having the format is what kept us going. It gave us something to drive the show when we didn't really have anything. Like, well, how was your day? My day was good. All right, show's over, guys. See y'all next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it wasn't a bad thing. It was a good thing, and the show would not have lasted this long without it at all.
And that has actually influenced my live streams as well. Just so you know, especially since I started doing the regular ones. Basically kind of went, well, how is it the Lord of the Night did it? How did Scribe structure this?
Well,
and then I went, I'll not do that. No, I'm joking.
No, my philosophy about it came like, especially after the show went on for a while. It's that an old DuckTales cartoon where Scrooge McDuck is like young or something, and the phrase "work smarter, not harder" comes up. And so it's like, well, if we know, or at least have a default, like Monkey said, to what we should do, then we don't have to work too hard as planning the show each night for what we're going to do to keep ourselves occupied or entertain other people. And that was just kind of my my thinking around it, which I know isn't any kind of new idea or whatever, but Yeah, it sort of naturally evolved, just sort of like our opening, which I totally forgot to do tonight.
Did you?
I totally forgot to do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Tell you what, I'm going to close out the show with it this time. Sort of make a bookend kind of thing with tomorrow.
See, format doesn't have to be kept to.
No.
We can put the end at the beginning and the beginning at the end.
But having format when you miss it also makes, at least for me, a little pang of guilt go through me. Like, oops, I forgot. I should know this. I've been doing this long enough.
Well, it took you to the fucking final episode to fuck up.
Yeah, no, I've done it before. It's not the first time.
I never thought that we were like beholden to it, but it was a structure that we kept because it worked. And if there were nights where it didn't, then there were just nights that we didn't fucking do it. No big deal.
It helped me out a lot because y'all remember how nervous I was when I first started and shit. I'm just like, man. But yeah, it definitely kept me on track. So I'm very grateful for it.
And I know I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again over and over again. But just the people I've met in this whole YouTube thing over the last 4 years, just it's I never would have imagined I'd have friends across the ocean that I talk to regularly and have a connection with. Or, I was talking to Misa the other day. I was trying to see if she wanted to come on to guest, but the time zones just don't work out. And just seeing how her life has changed since then. She doesn't really do YouTube much anymore, but we're still friends. We still talk, connection I never would have had otherwise. Tailed and Alex and Gutenberg and P-Dog and Pat and Weibo and on and on and on. And I know there's a billion other people I could mention that I'm not, and I don't mean to leave you out, but just none of this would have happened if, I hadn't run into Monkey that day and he wanted to know how to stream. And I know I met a lot of people before that happened, but everything that's built up since then, it's just one of those happy accidents kind of things. And it's just
you showed me how to stream Scribe.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right too. Yeah, and I remember just not too long ago, Kurt Metzger asked me how to stream stuff. It was bizarre.
Man,
yeah. How do you stream stuff? Well, did I Monkey? Monkey. I don't know if I mentioned it to Monkey and Tail, but did you guys get an invitation? You use StreamYard, so did you get an invitation to talk to one of their guys about your experience with the product and all that?
No.
I think I did actually. Yeah, I just ignored it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
did it come in email?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe.
Okay. Well, I got one a couple weeks back, and it said, schedule your meeting to tell us about your experience. And I was like, okay. And so I got on this call thing with the co-founder of the company.
Oh, sweet.
And so I think his name is Gage, and we just talked for half an hour, and I told him well, here's some nice to haves with your product and everything. He's like, well, how long have you been using it? I was like, when did YouTube drop Hangouts? Since then. You're like, oh my gosh, you're like early, oh yeah. And that was really cool. And just all the other things that have happened, without the show, I never would have come up with the idea for Familiar with the Matter. Because it was a running gag, reading the news every night, saying that phrase over and over and over again. I come up with that thing, and consequently, I wouldn't have interviewed Tailed or Diesel Dave or Corey Suzuki or met all these other people or talked to Matt Orchard. It's just, I don't know. I'm babbling a little bit, but it's just trying to take in just the enormity of just what kind of changes and encounters I've had in the last 4 years as a result of just doing this and everything else. And I'm eternally grateful to Monkey and Satsu and Tailed and all you guys, all the lords. Whenever anybody got on here and got a lord name, all you guys, and even everybody who was on here in the call-in show and in the audience. I don't have the words to express just how much this has all meant to me. And even though this show is ending, I'm not stopping YouTube or anything, but it is the end of an era. Thankfully, for however long YouTube decides to leave it up, it's there for posterity's sake.
Speaking of call-in show, Monkey, you should, when you get a chance, I don't know if you were there watching or if you had gone back, you should check out the call-in one that we did last time. Because a lot of those words, I'm sure, were meant for you too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was we got to talk to some people directly. A lot of people that's been in the audience for quite some time, and You know, they were hitting the feels button.
Real quick, thank you, Chicago Mike. It's like that April Fool's show where the format was reversed. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was something else. We tried to hide what we were doing, but you guys were all kind of like, what? That was funny. And then St. Fugi, thank you again. I wish you all good fortune. Hope to see you future collabs. Favorite memories you want to share? See you all on the moon base, and remember Jim Jones, Monkey Dick. Yeah, so I forgot tonight, but I won't forget at the end. I mean, favorite moment. I mean, it's going to be referenced all the time tomorrow night, so I won't talk about it again. Gosh, favorite moment. I know this is gonna, and I'm harkening back to earlier, but really that very first day where, you know, I showed Monkey how to set a stream up, and just 75 people showed up. And you know, I wasn't really worrying about audience exposure or anything at that time or anything, and I hadn't done much live streaming to that point, but to just have 75 people show up just to listen to us test out a stream was so bewildering. And then to do it again the next night and have like 100 people show up, and on and on and on. Yeah, just sort of like in the background, just this entire experience, and having the sensation that like the weirdest thing, and this happened numerous times. When I get up in the morning and I brush my teeth and everything, I turn on news radio because that's what's on at 4 a.m. And they'll be sitting there talking about what's going on in the news. They'll be citing stories that we talked about last night, and they'll be missing so much about it because they're just like not reading the story. They're just going over the bullet points or something. And I'll be like, through brushing my teeth, I'll be arguing with the radio, like, no, that's not what happened. And it's just like today they were talking about like how somebody was saying, oh, you know, the vaccine is fully tested. We already know everything about it. There's nothing to worry about. I'm like, really? Well, what happens a year down the line of having it? Oh, that's right. Nobody knows yet. So what? Or they're talking about Afghanistan and leaving out a whole bunch of information. It's just like, and I've said it before, we've basically been doing a radio talk show for 4.5 years. And that's, yeah. I mean,
a lot better than a lot of radio talk shows. I mean,
yeah. There's some radio teams that don't last more than a year or two on a contract. So
we also lasted through the because like you said, those people that had kind of randomly showed up when you guys started that stream, it wasn't that unusual to me because at the time, you remember, like streaming was just becoming a thing that everybody was doing. You know, like there was this big shift of people moving from just videos to streams. So I was just like, you know, this is gonna go crazy when it had first started or whatever. But like we've been doing this so long, and we stuck it out. Like all these groups that kind of was started and got all super huge and just kind of vanished. I can probably name like 10 channels right now that were like super big back then and no longer doing anything. So, you know, we lasted through all that. And despite the fact that that kind of thing just kind of died, you know, a little bit as far as YouTube is concerned, because not even they really acknowledge us anymore, but we're still here. Well, we're still here after all this time.
All right. Not to, I hope not interrupting anybody, but I just got something from Adonis Bartolote. And as I already knew, I was butchering his name the whole time. But he cooked up a video for us. And so I'm going to... now, the only thing I'm not sure about is whether or not the music track that he's selected is going to get me in trouble. But I'll roll the dice. Let's see. Put this up. Sorry, guys. 1 second here. I've got to get all my windows put together. Okay. And then that. And then this. And then share screen, share audio. And all right. Let's.
And trying to fucking calculate that shit.
Yeah, question time, guys. Sorry. Scribe light at all. Did you imagine this going for as long as it did? And would you consider restarting it down the line? Like we said before, I can imagine us, you know, Satsu, me, and Monkey, whatever, just getting together if some like major event happens to discuss it or whatever. Maybe down the line we'll decide we want to still talk about the news occasionally, do like a once a week thing or once a month, that time of the month. I don't know. For the time being, we're just going to see what happens. I've got a couple of things in mind for my channel. I know Satsu's got some stuff on his plate, literally and figuratively. So we'll see what happens. Who knows? Nothing is set, as they say. Attack Alpaca, do you think you'll ever meet each other or even audience members in person someday in the future? Never say never, so it's possible. Sure.
I'd like to.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to. Me and Monkey almost had an opportunity recently, but I've met Sinatra and Misa. Those are the only two people I think I've met for the show.
Sister Scribe keeps talking about she and I taking a trip over to the old country, as it were, and consequently I'd be able to conceivably meet up with Tailed and Alex and other people. So it's entirely possible, and I hope so at some point.
Be more than welcome.
Thank you. Cannibalistic Wizard, ginger tea, simmered tuna stuffed into onigiri with chopped candied bacon bits, tempura battered fried bell pepper slices, and a glass of warm orange and ginger iced tea. I think all that stuff combined, I'd probably be on the toilet for about 3 days.
Yeah. I think I'll pass.
It's a no from me, fam.
No. Yeah. I'd say nah, not that common.
Fucking medicinal meal.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So I'll eat the chopped bacon bits, though.
Thank you, Penny Lawson. I'm pretty broke right now, but I couldn't help not doing this tonight. Thank you so much for all the wonderful streams. They changed the way I view the world, I believe, for the better. Well, thank you, Penny. That's very generous of you. And I don't hope you don't stay too broke for too long. And you guys have been so generous tonight. I'm going to find a way to pay it forward very soon because you guys are just ridiculously generous. Thank you.
In other words, Aaliyah's going to have a nice birthday.
Well, yeah, there's that too. I got a couple of birthdays coming up. Both my sister and my father have birthdays near the same area, so I'll be doing a lot of birthdaying soon. Leo Prime 75, Lord's Con. Yeah, we've talked about that in one way, shape, or form for a while.
Yeah, I would still like to do a kind of fan meetup kind of thing. Just Lady Monkey, she's real worried about the whole face reveal kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, I'm still a little hesitant around that myself. So
we probably won't take all of your money and disappear, though. So
yeah, but between the four of us, Tailed and Satsu are far more brave than Monkey and I.
I did not agree to that shit.
There's I mean, I don't know. I didn't really think of a lot of reasons because for me to really hide or not, whatever, it's fine.
Check your logic. Has Monkey seen Philip DeFranco's video defending Hassan Piker's $3 million house?
I saw it. We'll be discussing it tonight on the show.
Oh, there you go. Chicago Mike Scribe, thanks for streaming TEDx during a time when I'm not working. This coming Thursday? Good. I was hoping that more people would have an opportunity to watch in at that time than doing it noon. It just with the show and work and everything else right in the middle of the day made the most sense at the time. But now I'm going to experiment with an evening show. I still have to figure out which TEDx I'm going to do. I don't know if I have anything special in mind for the new time slot, but I also have to see if I can drum up someone to partner with on that one or if I'm going to go solo again. Let's see. Spud Gun, Scribe, you could all wear masks. Yeah, I'd probably get a mask printout of my avatar, just like paper one, just put over my face. That's I'll do that all day. Ken Lee, oh Lords, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? No. Miss Lim One, thank you so much. Gonna miss you guys, only because your aim is off. I've listened to the show since very close to the beginning. You got me through some rough times. Thank you. Well, thank you, Miss Lim One, for sticking with us this whole time. Our resident Gemin, aside from Badger Man, who doesn't show up that often anymore. I think because I make fun of him on Twitter now, amongst other things. He's got his own. He does like F1 racing casting and all that other fun stuff. He's really into his racing cars. His racing cars. I see his tweets all the time. Thank you, Miss Slim. Ebony Williams, love you guys. Love you, Ebony. It was nice talking to you on Thursday. I got to talk to Ebony in person for the first time on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. JB, any of you dudes know anything about being vegetarian? I don't know. vegan gains. I don't know, really bad cholesterol. So got to go on a temporary diet. I value you guys. Between Jim Healis and Satsu 2 cents, you can probably get some relatively informed dieting advice at this stage of the game.
Well, yeah, me now because I've been trying to, but I've just been really just tracking more so than But yeah, you can reach out to me if you need to, or Jim. More so Jim than me because he knows more.
And I don't think you necessarily need to go vegetarian to reduce your cholesterol if you like meat. So I think there's ways to still enjoy what you like, but just have to meter it out a bit. Let's see. Lexi Mad, Scribe Light. Hey, you said I could guest on a TEDx stream. We have to hook that shit up. Okay. Well, what are you doing Thursday night? You put me on the spot. I put you on the spot.
That's right.
Touch base with me on Twitter. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Thank you, Point Curation again. Shilling Store. Congratulating you guys. Yeah, check out Point Curation's Etsy store. It's there up on this chat right now. I don't know what his current coupon is because usually he has a creative coupon that you can use to get his art at. Even though his art is already selling at relatively ridiculous prices, you can get a discount on it. And I've seen it. He sends me shots of his art all the time, and it's good stuff. You guys should take a look. The link's in the chat there. L thought about simping for some VTubers. Figured I'd simp for y'all instead. Wow,
much better idea.
I don't know. Do we have simps? I never thought of anybody in the audience as a simp.
Anyone who gives you money, simps.
Is that how it works?
Well, we throughout the course of.
I was about to say pay pigs. I'm sorry. Sorry. Are you being interrupted? Go ahead.
Throughout the course of the whole show, we've had like specific people who would like definitely like just come in with dropping crazy donations or whatever. So
yes.
If we had to classify anybody as that, then those people.
Adonis Bartolote. Oh lords, if you guys ever get together again, we won't get mad, right? Ooh, is that a wait? No, that's don't get sad. No, we won't get mad. Did you see that I played your video, Adonis? If you guys ever get together, we won't get mad. Oh, you mean as far as like they be sort of like feel like you had the rug pulled out from under you, like this is the end. Oh no, we're back again. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
I remember a stream where loads of people were donating to Monkey, and he cried.
Yes.
That was when my heater went out, and Lady Monkey. Well, it was dying.
Oh,
and Lady
yeah.
Monkey was just devastated. And I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it still took over a year to get the damn thing fixed.
Scribbles thought I was crying that night when all those donations were coming in for me, but it turns out Squishy's water broke.
Yeah, right, exactly. Travis Gardner, thank you so much. If you want to do a familiar with the matter with an appliance and TV repairman, I'm available. Well, I've done a mall cop. I've done a long haul trucker. I've done an accountant, guy who survived cancer, and a former teacher in Scotland. So, sure. Let's talk.
To your ass.
You got my email address. So let me know.
That'd have been funny. Like I did all those people.
Yeah, I did all those people. Fuck you.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, to hell with you. I'm on to greener pastures now. Now, thank you, Sora Luna. The bitterness of saying goodbye is cut by the sweetness of new opportunities. I will miss you all. Thank you for all the time, effort, and entertainment you put into Lords of the Night. Well, thank you, Sora Luna.
She's such a sweetie.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we had her on the call-in show as well.
Yeah.
So many people.
But wait, was it good Sora or bad Sora?
Well, she claims that she was always bad, but she put on a good face because she was filling us out,
Nah, she's full of shit. Jen did that. We all saw it happen.
Thank you, Gamer Valine, another Lord of the Night, Lord of Pasta. I'll pass on mediocre pens. What?
Is that something to do with Point Curation's Etsy? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That was the only thing that I could think of. I thought there was some in joke there I wasn't getting.
I'm not getting it. Either she means like she's going to give pens to people as an inheritance, or
I'll
she
pass
doesn't
them
want.
on.
Yeah, or she'll pass on them as in she doesn't want them.
I don't want them.
Okay, I won't give you any mediocre pens. Yes, thank you, Gamerplay.
Okay, I'll keep my fucking mediocre pens then. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chaos Eve. Sorry I'm late. My sleep schedule sucks. You're never late. You just arrive. Chaos Eve. Thank you
Exactly when you mean to.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you so much. And the Lord of Passion. I'm trying to remember these as things go forward. If I missed your questions, guys, please just repost them. Chat's jumped around quite a bit. Pyrus Creed, 2 questions. Scribe, can you put that slideshow of thumbnails on your channel? And how did tongue buttering the turtle cave become a thing? All I remember is that I used the phrase tongue butter in an ad at one point for tongue butter. And then somewhere down the line, someone made the analogy of turtle cave.
Turtle cave came from you. Well,
did it?
Kind of.
Oh.
We were having a discussion one night about how to make it sound better licking ass. Because I have an aversion to people who lick butt. Don't do it. It's disgusting. But we were all sitting around and we were having a conversation about how to make it sound better. Yeah, that came from you.
Oh, okay. Because I know oh, sorry.
Did you see Alex's latest video? He makes a comment at the end about tongue punching a turtle cave.
No. No. There's tongue buttering the turtle cave, and then there's pork punching the mommy box.
No, he said tongue punching.
Okay, well that I guess that's the British version, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Random American Scribe, in honor of your last Lords of the Night, I downed a whole bag of goldfish. Will there be any adverse effects? Well, except for the fact that the salt will probably dry you out like a dead slug. But I mean, you did it you paced yourself, right? It wasn't all at once, right? I don't know.
Don't listen to him. You do you.
For Dogcat Fox.
Dogcat Fox. Yeah, Dogcat Fox is jealous. Yeah,
what's goldfish?
Oh, they're little goldfish shaped cheese flavored crackers that we have.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's aside from the. Oh, remind me how it went. It was the
that smiles back.
No, the fish. I forget what the fish's name was now. It was the pepper spiced green fish thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because Doghead Fox had another delicacy that somebody came up in there. It was the lemon pepper fish thing. I don't know. Somebody remind me of that one. Gamer Valine, add an I to pens and apply it to simp. Oh, you'll pass on the mediocre. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. I see. All right, I understand now.
Okay, simp.
Yes.
You just said money, so you're a simp. That's so
Simp Valine. Let's see.
Wait, a Simpoline sounds like someone you would a simp that you bounce on.
Ooh, there you go. Simpoline, yeah.
Bounce on him and money just pops out of his pocket.
Like the turtles in Mario.
It could be the name of a character from like J.R.R. Tolkien, Simpoline, the Elf Queen. Let's see. Check your logic. Is that the first time he said Alex and not Bear?
No, he's correct.
Maybe on this show, but over on the
Yeah.
other shows, I call him Alex most of the time these days.
Now, if any of you end up on Alex's chat in the future, don't bring up the word substantive.
Yes, I remember that. I was there for that one.
Yeah, that's a classic. He just couldn't pronounce it over.
Well, he didn't think it was a word. That was the other thing.
That's right. That's right. I had to correct him.
It's substantial. It's substantial. And you went, no, it's substantive.
Bridget. I saw a TEDx title and thought of you. Quote, be a positive pessimist. Word salad. I'll have to find. Maybe that'll be Thursday night. I don't know. I'll look that one up. Be a positive pessimist. Yeah. Remember, just take some positive sounding notion and put in front of it either toxic or radical, and then work backwards from that phrase to make your own TEDx talk. That's the formula.
Yes.
Let's see. Some Namnyo Nation. Anyone in chat have a lord name for themselves they'd like to share? Mine is Lord of Pablum. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Doesn't make it very interesting sounding, but all the same, that's a good one. Yeah, chat. I mean, Lord names for yourselves. There's too many of you to count right now. But if you had to,
I'm sure some of you thought of it. So
yeah, that's true too. This is Kyle. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the fun over the years, guys. From tongue buttering turtle caves to pinching simian nipples. Oh, that was all Lady Monkey's pleasure right there.
Man, it still gets me how pleased she was in that little the commercial you did. Oh man!
Now the only other fun
seen her face live, man.
I felt the malice, dude.
The only other fundraiser thing that I remember that didn't last forever was for every $1 donated, Monkey would not smoke for a minute.
That was one of the first ones, yeah.
Yeah, because I was doing my very best to try to get you to get off smoking, which I knew wouldn't happen, but I thought maybe something might change.
Like a charm.
Yeah. Let's see. Spud Gun, Scribe Light, mine would be Lord of Potatoes. Makes sense. Data Wasteland says Lord of Paradox. Ooh, we're getting all types of cool sci-fi names here. Sora Luna, Lady of Procrastination, if I were to be very honest. Okay. Comrade Kitty, Lord of Hellion Cats. Yeah, falls outside the format a little bit, but I'll accept it. Kyler, Lord of Petulance. Oh, there you go. Who else? Stargazer Nuts. I never had a Lord name.
She needs a name. She needs a Lord name.
Lord of Preparedness.
Lord of Perfection.
Lord of Perfection. Oh, there you go. That's good. Lord of Perfection. What about Mashisu? Did we ever give her a name?
Is there some word to do with rabbits or something that we could?
God, I don't know. But I mean, the fact that Mashishu is almost always the first one to say hi or not first. She'll say in the top of the chat all the time. And almost always calls the
Lord of Presence. There you go.
Lord of Presence. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh,
or punctuality. One of the, yes.
Where's Bubba has a great one for nuts, actually. Lord of Promotion.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
There you go.
That's
there you
definitely well done.
That's
Lord
good. There you
Lord
go.
of Promotion. There you go.
That's great. Some Nemnial Nation. Any lords of priapism?
That was we were talking about that earlier on in the chat. So priapism. Do you know what a priapism is? Anyone?
No.
The English major remembers the word, but I'm failing on the definition.
Well, I mean, it's a medical term for basically when you have an erection that won't go away.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
When you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, I heard that.
Are there any lords of prolapse?
Sinatra? Keeverdam, Lord of Paranoia. Remember? Thank you so much. Is that you? You're Lord of Paranoia?
Is that? Are you suggesting that Sinatra was the one that came up with the prolapsed anus thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Just that
I
he
just
has one.
No, I was talking about the fact that he keeps farting every time he's on the stream with me lately.
That's true.
Let's see. Ebony Williams, Lord, Lady of People, plural of people person. People. I like that. Kyler says, Lord of Prolapse, that would be Alex. God, I forget what Alex's name was now, or his Lord name. I should know this by now. I hope he can show up tomorrow night. I'd like to have him on. Thank you, Shiogorath. I've got to be Lord of Perversion. If you want to be, I mean, I think, you and Cenk Uygur, whatever.
Wow, he put you in that same place.
Well, what's perversion? This is Kyle. My Lord name was Lord of Phantoms. Oh boy, we're getting all types of like supervillain names here and stuff.
Mine was Lord of Picts, like I was some kind of time traveler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're at the real quick. Keeverdam, thank you again. I appreciate you. Don't have to keep donating, Keever, but thank you. Yes, paranoia is me. All right. Well, now I'm paranoid because I feel like I'm going to be missing out on people doing their names. So hashtag my Lord name is. Tweet that out, and I'll keep an eye on those and retweet them when I see them. And be sure to tag me in the first couple so I can remember to do it, because I think there's plenty of you out there that didn't get a chance to have yours set on the air, and If there's enough of them, maybe we'll read some tomorrow. And thank you, Shoehorner Plenty, for the I don't have the chat window open. Where is it? For the it's catching up with itself. The chat is catching up. Come on, you can do it. Oh my God. Yes, that one. And then the game over Ghost Hippo. How appropriate. Everyone, again, I want to thank Satsu and Monkey and Tailed for joining me tonight. I want to thank everyone in the chat now and in every show previous. It's a big thank you, but it is true, for joining me on the nights that I hosted and keeping me company with some of these Looney Tunes. I'm so glad to have met you all. I'm so glad that so many good things have happened for us and for you over the course of these last 4 years. Looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow night on Satsu's channel at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for the final episode of Lords of the Night, as we will celebrate Aaliyah's birthday, second birthday, and probably do some news and talk and hanging out with the original crew, myself, Satsu, Monkey, and SDA, and probably other people will pop in at times too. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys so much for your loyalty and your attendance, your generosity. Thank you, moderators, for keeping an eye on things, even though everyone here is so welcoming and friendly that an entire community has been built up for the last 4 years that I don't think anybody's going to let go of anytime soon. So again, Satsu, thank you for joining me.
Yep.
Monkey, thank you for starting us off with all this 4.5 years ago.
Thank you for teaching me how to stream.
Tailed, thank you for just being there.
Staying up very late.
Staying up very late. That too, and I'm so. I know this goes back to before the stream and everything, but I'm so glad to have met you and that you're my friend.
Well,
and
what can I say except it's mutual?
Alrighty. Well, I'll give you a
Don't forget, guys. We are starting an hour early tomorrow.
Yes, we're starting an hour early tomorrow in order to have Aaliyah awake long enough to have her on camera for a bit. So it'll be a 3-hour stream or thereabouts. So keep an eye on that. We'll be sure to tweet that out. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button if you have not already, and thank you if you have. And if you haven't, it's okay. And please share our stuff, far, wide, sideways, and otherwise. If there's a content creator out there that you appreciate, please be sure to let people know that you like them, because YouTube does a poor job of that. Yeah, well, with that, everyone, I hope you are all safe and well. If you're not well, please get well soon. And your lives bring us so much joy. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
And Pyrus, I did watch Dragon Prince. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Well, some of it.
And at least for the last time on this series, I take out my copy of Screw the Roses, Send Me the Thorns, the romance and sexual sorcery of sadomasochism.
Final sadomasochism.
And today's secret word.
What? I haven't interrupted you all night. Kiss my ass.
I'm not even kidding. Today's secret word is leaving.
Wow.
And now I'm going to get emotional. So and when that happens,